Hey guys, sorry it's been a while. I've had midterms, been studying, doing homework, being a good student. So, I'm going to talk about dorms, and the first I'm going to talk about is Sackett. I'm not going to talk about all the dorms, I'm just talking about the dorms that have things that other dorms don't, and you'll see what I mean. So, first, Sackett. Girls, you're going to love this. Sackett has walk in closets, which is really nice for your shoes and for all that excess clothes and crap that you bring. I don't have that much stuff, but most of the other dorms have really small closets, and Sackett does not. Sackett also has the option of sleeping porches. I think three-fourths of them have sleeping porches, which means that there's a separate room um, outside your main living space that is dedicated just for sleep. There is two beds in there, your guys' beds, and they are bunked because this room is so small you can't have two twin size beds right next to each other. It's pretty intense. You sleep in there, and so if you're one of the people who need dark and quiet to sleep, it's a good option because you can do that while your roommate's studying with the lights on, maybe soft music playing in the background, all romantic like, um, whatever. So Bloss has private bathrooms, which means there's two rooms. Me and my roommate, because I live in Bloss, and then my suite mates, and we share a bathroom. There's a shower and a toilet, which is nice. Pros and cons. Obviously, you're not in community showers, which is really nice. I've taken showers in community showers. It's kind of gross. It's kind of awkward because I walk down the hall like to my friend's room in a towel, and there's like I don't know like 6, 7, 8 guys in the hall, and it's like, oh hey, I'm naked. So kind of awkward. So you don't have to worry about that. Um, you're also sharing that with a maximum of 3 other people because you can live in a single in Bloss. Um, so it'll be you and your two roommates, or it'll be you and your roommate, or your two suite mates, or whatever. So it's nice. Besides having to clean it every once in a while, which isn't a big deal, unless you're like a girly girl and you're like, ew, icky. You can get over. So that's what's nice about being in Bloss. I love Bloss. I think it's nice having my own bathroom. It's the only one where freshmen can live that have private bathrooms. Everything else is community. So the ILLC, which is the International Living Learning Center, which is brand new this year. Not very many people live in it because we didn't really even know it was an option to live in until this year. International students, the school's like, hey, there's two options. There's West International, or there's ILLC, because it's in its transition year. West was originally the International building, but it has changed, and now it is the ILLC. Uh, it's it's a cool, setup. Some people can't handle so many different cultures. Some people are bothered by international students. I'm not. I think it's cool, but the rooms are really awesome. Like, so if you're willing to, you can live there. Um, every room there's a domestic student from the United States, and there's an international student. Right now, there's just a lot of international students, and some of them have roommates, and most of them don't. Um, it's really cool. It's a big bathroom, really big bathroom actually compared to Bloss, and there's a shower, and it's handicapped, so there's a seat in the shower if you need that, which is nice. Um, there's there's an elevator, you go upstairs if you need that. There's also when you come out, like here's the front door, right, and here's the bathroom. Well, there's like on the side right here, kind of like there's when you walk in on the side, there is a really like long countertop for all you guys' stuff. I think pretty sure there's two sinks. I've been in there once and it's been a while, so don't take my word for it. But there's either one or two sinks, and there's like a really big mirror, and then um, the windows are practically floor to ceiling, which I think is really cool. I like I like that. I think that's something, I think it's pretty sick. So Weatherford has its own sauna and theater room, and it has a coffee shop in it. So that's a pretty cool place to live. It's really competitive. A lot of people, a lot of students who come back as upperclassmen do get the opportunity to sign up to live there before incoming freshmen do. So it is really competitive. There's not a lot of spaces. By this time, in 2012, I'm sure you guys have already picked out your rooms and everything. But for following years, you know, just so you know in advance, it's hard to get in. So if you're thinking about wanting to go live there, talk to your roommate, know that you want to live there before it opens up, and you really have to be online like at the time that it opens, because otherwise you're not going to get your room. And then Hall Cell is for transfer students and upperclassmen. Um, so any of you guys who are transfer students looking to transfer to Oregon State, it's a four-bedroom apartment style dormitory um, with two smaller rooms and two larger rooms, which are technically doubles. You can have you and a roommate, or you can live in the double as a single, um, which is more expensive. I think it's $4,000 more expensive than having a roommate. Sometimes it's worth it for some people, sometimes it's not. So that's whole cell. It's cool. It has a little living room and a kitchenette area for everyone to kind of be in, which is also really nice because when you're on a floor with a lot of people, there's only one microwave. Sometimes more than one people want to make yakisoba, noodle trays, whatever. So, excuse me, I'm a little sick. Pros of living in a dorm: you're around people a lot. You get to meet a lot of people, which I've met a lot of friends in the dorm. Um, but that's not to say that you're not going to have a lot of friends off, if you live off campus. I have a lot of friends who live in an apartment, and they have plenty of friends. I mean, if you are in an apartment, typically you have to either have a bike or, car. So, but, they go, they pick up their friends in their little car that I don't have, and they bring them back, they hang out, so there's no quiet hours, which is a con of living in the dorms. After 10 p.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you gotta shut up. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, midnight. After midnight, you have to be quiet. And it is enforced, so it's not one of those things like where it's kind of a loosey kind of rule, kind of, because um, when people complain, your RA comes, and then on top of that, even if someone doesn't complain, the RAs, they do rounds, so they walk around all the floors and make sure everyone's being quiet and stuff. So, also living on campus, you're close to your classes, and so you can walk. It's a short bike ride, or longboarding is suddenly really popular. There's like a lot of longboarders now. Um, there's tutors that come in to the dorms, math and writing tutors. I know of in Bloss. I think everyone has a math tutor. I don't know if everyone has writing, but we have a writing tutor that comes in that is willing to read your work and give you constructive criticism on it. So there's also hall council, which is cool if you were involved in student government when you were in high school and you want to continue that. The ASLSU, which is our student body government. I'm not exactly sure how you get into that. I'll make a video, so I'll do some research, but kind of more of a relaxed version of it. I'm sure is the hall council. So there's the secretary, the president, the treasurer, the activities coordinator, stuff like that, and there's also floor reps, which I am. I kind of feel bad. I flake sometimes, but I'm a floor representative for Bloss Hall, 7th floor. So, and then there's also one of the benefits of that is you get to each Bloss, but every single dorm has a budget, and you get to decide how to spend that, which is another cool thing, which is, you know, my last point about pros. Um, there's dances. There's we had a water pong tournament. There's movie nights. There's a whole bunch of events that go on at Bloss. That's a lot of fun that you can join. So, and then some of the cons, obviously, it's more expensive. I say obviously because it's like, duh, it's like a lot more expensive. Um, you can find cheap housing if you want. Typically, the ones closer to campus are more expensive, so you might as well live in a dorm. But if you have a car, or if you're like Lance Armstrong the second, you can live off campus at a fairly cheap price. Um, and so quiet hours, which I've talked about, they can kind of gets old after a while. Um, and then community showers is another con. It can be really annoying. Um, I've heard stories about, guys jokingly kind of grabbing for the towel and the girl accidentally drop it, like kind of horror stories about. I mean, not saying that's going to happen all the time because it's really not. I've only heard it, it happened to a friend of mine, but it doesn't seem like something that would happen very often. And it's sexual harassment, so it's not like they're not going to get in trouble for it and keep doing it. So, unless they're freaks. Um, there's rules about what you can and cannot have in a dorm room. I suggest all of you guys look at the list at UHDS, University Housing and Dining Services, their homepage. Um, there's a long list of things that you can and can't have, obviously for safety measures. But if you lived in an apartment, you wouldn't have those. I mean, I guess you can't have grenades or something. I'm sure there's some lists at apartments, but and the last thing, cons. I had a lot of I had a lot of people tell me to tell you guys that there can be extensive amounts of drama in dorms. This girl had sex with this guy, and then he had sex with this girl, and she's friends with the first girl, and now they hate each other, and that's awkward and weird. So, um, you know, there's not a lot of secrets. Uh, you know, Especially when you're freshman, you're just starting to get out of the high school scene. So, drama's still, for the girls that were obsessed with drama, and if there wasn't any, they'd start it. Yeah, those girls are still around sometimes. They get a little more relaxed about it, but it happens, and you know, you can't avoid them when you live in dorms. It is what it is. Uh, so, so yeah, pros and cons. Those are pros and cons of living in dorms. I'm sure at some point soon I'll make a video um, about living in an apartment. But I need to do a little more research on that because and I don't know what I'm talking about. Um, Sorry I kind of look like crap today. I'm not wearing any makeup and hair up, which is actually really normal. Most girls kind of, tank top, sweatpants, hair up, no makeup, kind of normal. So, yeah, anyways, so that's a little tidbit on that, and I will hopefully get a new video up for you guys soon. Sorry it took so long again. Hopefully I'll start, posting weekly. So, every couple days to a week maximum. So yeah, alright, thanks for watching. Bye.